It is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and happy Sunday. So, the Sketch Sunday crew has picked this sketch for today, and it's from Inspired Blueprints, I think is what it's called. It is a multi-photo sketch, which works out really good for Scraptember because the prompt for today is a multi-photo. Now, it doesn't say different photos. It just says multiple. So I'm going to go with, I'm at both of the prompts. I got the sketch and I also have the prompt for Scraptember. So these are super cute photos of my son when he was in Little League. Before this was, I think this was the summer before high school. So it was his last year in Little League. And I don't know what I did with these pictures. They've been sitting in here since 2019. But of course I got, the whole package with a 5x7, a 3x5, a wallet size. So the sketch calls for 3 photos. So I'm going to use all 3 sizes of these photos I have. Now, the sketch does call for 3, probably 4x4 photos, which none of mine are 4x4, but that's okay. So I'm going to start by using this green leaf paper from my How to Kill a Kit with Style. And then I went into my papers and pulled a couple of gray pieces. So I'm going to use one of them that's real plain to back all 3 of my photos. And then I need to make that long strip of paper. I decided to make it into a banner instead of the just strip. And I'm going to flip it a little bit. So it seemed a little weird on that side. So I just decided to move it over. And I still have 2 of my photos touching that strip like in the sketch, and then a larger photo over on its own. So I am really using my stash. Like I'm pretty happy with what I decided to do with my How to Kill a Kit with Style for this month. It's pretty paper heavy. There's a couple of just randomy embellishments that I put in there to use up. But for the most part, I need to go into my stash. So a lot of the time when I am working with a kit or a collection, I tend to pretty much stay in that kit or collection, even if it's one that I've made. And with not putting enough stuff in it, I'm really going into my stash. So that's super nice. The other thing is my stash is a bunch of leftover stuff that's hanging out on my desk. And I am really trying to go through that first. So you'll see that's where I pulled my title from. That title's pretty old. It's from, what was it called? Cheeky Studio. Do you guys remember her? So it was like a package. It has a bow and some die cuts and some sequins, and then this acrylic happy place. And my son's happy place is definitely on the ball field. So I figured that works pretty good. I did pull that sticker that says "Remember this moment" on the top of that photo. That is actually from the Wolf Pack stickers that are in my How to Kill a Kit with Style. And then I have a couple of labels and a ticket that are from my leftover bins, as well as that tab that says fave. So I'm going to put that on the larger photo. I'm going to go ahead and start adhering everything. Oh, that flower, I think that's a die cut. I think it's from the set that came with my Big Shot when I first got it. And it's like a green and yellow striped paper. And I was like, that's fine. I'm going to get a little flower on here. Why not? I have a little acetate arrow that I'm going to put down there at the bottom. And then one of my super exciting things to get used up is this last strip of, I guess they're kind of enamel dots, but they're puffy. They're like puffy dots. And I have had them in my stash for a long time, and I just keep cutting down the strip to whatever is left, and all I have left are those green ones. So I'm super excited. I'm going to get all of those used up on this layout. And then in my stash, I also have some pre-stamped leaves. So this stamp set, I believe, is from a Maggie Holmes stamp set. And I had just done a lot of stamping of some leaves and I think a couple of florals for a layout a long time ago. And I was like, well, I took the time to stamp them, to fussy cut them. So they're leaves, they can be used for anything. So I was like, I'm going to put them in my, I might use it someday area. And here I am. I am getting those used up. So that is exciting. I did add just one tiny word sticker. It says out of this world. And then I go back to the Wolfpack sticker sheet and I'm only going to pull that piece, that little label. I guess it's more of a journaling block, but I tuck it in so it looks more like a label. And it says wow on it. And so I'm just going to write 2019. That way I know where to file this in the album. So I'm going to trim off that banner and then I'm going to kind of look through. I think I need to change my blade. It's kind of being naughty lately. So I'm looking through my stash and in my little bin, there's these cute, tiny little wooden stars. I'm pretty sure they came from Sandy's shop, Scrapping Reflections. I believe they are currently out of stock. They're amazing. So if they come back in, definitely get your hands on those. And then I decided maybe I wanted a little yellow something up here in this corner. So I had this little camera. I went ahead and fussy cut it out. And then I remember I have these like crazy puffy stickers. They're actually from HP. So I'm like, when did they start making puffy stickers? But I found one on there instead. So that is the one I am going to use. So that is going to do it for my layout for today. So make sure you check out the description box down below. There will be a link to everyone who is playing along with Sketch Sunday today. I will also have the playlist. Since there is multi-photos on here, I am going to put this in the Scraptember playlist as well. So you can check that out and see if anybody else just did one photo multiple times. So that's going to do it for me today. Remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you next time. Bye.